Who on this earth wouldn't like a crystal or wouldn't want a crystal which can actually help with your confidence, which can actually boost your confidence? This particular crystal has got the ability to actually ground you at the time when you need it the most, to ground you at the time when you're going through something really, really difficult or something really, really negative. This life is not easy. As I said so many times, we live so many different lives. We are having so many different spiritual journeys. Energy is not destroyable, and our spirit is a pure energy. It just goes from one life to another one, from one body to another body, and it's just working on its spiritual journey. And how old our spirits are and how old our spiritual journeys are, it all depends how far we have come on our spiritual journey, or how far we have evolved on our spiritual journey. It on another hand depends on our karma, and on another hand it depends on our past life. It is a very interesting, and it's very interesting, and it's a very, very complex indeed, because it depends on karma and on everything we have done in our past lives, how long this particular spirit that we are living now, this particular spiritual journey that we are living now, we are going through now, it all depends on how long this is actually going to last on our past life and karma, of course. But what I highly, highly, highly suggest is to actually have something like a tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is a very, very powerful crystal. Tiger's eye is a very, very important crystal, and the reason why I mentioned the spiritual journeys, the reasons why I mentioned karma, and the reasons why I mentioned like our personal spiritual journeys and things like that, is because this is all part of life. This life is just not meant to be easy. This life is like a school. It's like a spiritual school. It's like a spiritual journey. So we are learning every single day, and it all stems from our past lives and from our karma from past lives. And this is why I started to talk about karma and past lives, and this is why I decided to bring into it a tiger's eye, because tiger's eye crystal has got this power and has got this ability to actually help with every single thing on our particular spiritual journey, when it comes to grounding, when it comes to the certain problems, when it comes to like especially really, 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 really difficult situations in life that we can't even speak to other people about, or we can't even talk to other people about. This life is not meant to be easy. And this is why I'm saying that the tiger's eye is absolutely amazing, because it can help with so many different aspects. Lots of people know, and lots of people are aware of the fact that the tiger's eye basically is absolutely brilliant when it comes to protection against all sorts of negative energies, and when it comes to protection against an evil eye. Evil eye is one of those things, like basically it's just like when people can actually send you energy. People can project lots of big amounts of negative energies towards us, and sometimes they can do this intentionally, and sometimes they don't even have to do intentionally. It all depends how powerful these people are, how strong their energy is, and it also again depends on their spiritual journey and their karma when it comes to their past life. So it is a very complex situation indeed. Tiger's eye is absolutely brilliant because it protects against all sorts of negative energy, and it protects against an evil eye, whether it's, as I said, intentional or non-intentional. So indeed, for the protection is fantastic, but it's absolutely brilliant for grounding, but a very special type of grounding when we are going through very, very difficult situations in life that we can't even open up to other people about, that we can't talk to other people about. Maybe these difficult things in life are brand new. Maybe something happened really sudden and we just don't know what to do. Maybe we feel like we're losing it a little bit. Maybe we just need a little bit of grounding because every day seems like a little bit of a dream that you can't get out of. Every day seems to be like maybe you feel like you can't move on from square number 1 to square number 2 until you deal with a certain issue. Now, what the tiger's eye can also do by wearing wearing a tiger's eye, it does boost your confidence indeed, because it assists you to recognize your inner resources. And there is so much about us stored in our subconscious mind that we just basically learn on our spiritual journey. We learn through our time, and we basically have a certain problems and certain issues to go through, and then we get connected to this particular realization and resources. So tiger's eye is absolutely brilliant because it has got the ability to assist you and recognize your inner resources, and also completely helps with the confidence. It helps with the self-esteem. And it helps you to recognize the truth of your own worth, the truth of your own power. And also along the line, it helps you like to realize a certain omens and certain messages, because it helps you to connect your own subconscious mind. It brings you power and strength. Tiger's eye pendant, by wearing it, is going to help you to bring power and strength in so many different aspects of your life. And especially when I say that, sometimes when you go through the difficult things and things like that, and sometimes when you feel like a little bit weak and you need a grounding, purely because your energy feels completely drained because of lots of issues and lots of problems, this is when tiger's eye crystal is absolutely amazing, because by the boost of confidence, it has got the ability to bring a power and strength. You see, it's absolutely wonderful. And you see how beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a very, very different color. It's a very significant, the way it looks like, and it's a very, very beautiful. It has got this beautiful golden brownish shine to it, but it's just ever so powerful, and it's ever so wonderful. Just by holding it like this, I already feel like so much more power and so much more confidence. Therefore, it's just absolutely brilliant for like a confidence boost. And also it brings resolve and strength of the will and the ability to make a decision. So basically, if we are struggling to make a certain decision, or if you are struggling to make a certain decisions and you're not too sure what to do, you're not too sure which direction to go, you're not too sure which way to go, you're not too sure like which decision to make, because maybe you could be thinking about a couple of decisions and you're just completely indecisive. By wearing a tiger's eye pendant, it helps you to pinpoint the right decision, even if both decisions are absolutely fine and absolutely perfect and absolutely brilliant. By wearing tiger's eye, you're always going to feel more drawn towards the decision or towards the particular option, which is actually going to be much better for you. And it does hold a lot of hidden meanings, which you find out on your spiritual journey later on. There's just so much more to this powerful little crystal, okay? It also, when it comes to our life in general, when it comes to people, tiger's eye has got the ability to attract helpful people, and also material things, and it's also material things, especially when it comes to our career, when it comes to our finances and things like that. You see, if you're worrying about your career, if you're worrying about your finances, if you're worrying about a certain direction, and even if you're looking for a job, even if you're uncertain which job you want to go for, even if you need a confidence, if you're looking for a job and you need to do lots of interviews and things like that, just wear tiger's eye, because it's just going to do so many things for you. It's not only going to boost your confidence and self-esteem, but it's also going to help you to surprise people you want to surprise. It's going to help you to boost your personal energy to that point, to that level, that you can actually make everybody around you so impressed with you. And this is what this power does. The confidence is an amazing, powerful energy that is absolutely so significant for every single one of us, for so many different reasons in this life. And also it brings it, what our tiger's eye also does, it brings a clarity and intention. So if we have a cloud feeling, so if we have a cloud thoughts, if we are like we can't concentrate, this is what happens when we have a cloud thoughts, or when we have it's so like a cloud, because we're not grounded. You see, we can't really concentrate, and therefore we can't really make the best decisions. So that's why this is brilliant, because this is on another hand brings a balance by bringing you clarity and intention. And also how it does it, because it balances yin-yang energy. So it's absolutely perfect for those situations in life, when we are struggling and we are dealing with lots of issues, and we are going through lots of stress, we are going through lots of anxiety, we are worries, and we are worried, and then we lose a balance a little bit, or we lose a balance a lot. You see, this is why a lot, that's in my case probably, but this is just absolutely brilliant to wear, because it does help with the balance, and then it just has got the best possible impact on our lives and on people around us. And also what I was going to say, when it comes to the actual career, when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, I know I've already mentioned, but I have to mention again that it attracts wealth, actually, success, and career success is just so important. I'm gonna say, whether you're looking for a job or whether you are working already, whether you know, whether you would like to have a promotion, whether you would like to like show yourself, you know, show your powers, show your strength, so what you can do. Sometimes you can do so much, we can try too much, but maybe sometimes people just don't get noticed. Those people that you want to notice, they just don't notice you. This is because of the lack of the certain power, due to the lack of the certain energy, and this all stems from grounding, from not grounding properly, and from lots of different issues, from lots of different energy that have actually caused this. And that's why this is just so essential to wear, because those people in your life that you want them to notice, they will notice you. Okay, if they didn't notice you before, they will notice you now. And this is why this crystal is so powerful. But it's especially to do when it comes to your work, when it comes to your flow of work, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances. It is all connected. It is the highly recommended crystal to wear, indeed. And also, of course, Tiger's Eye as well, it has got the ability to enhance psychic abilities, indeed, because basically, so when we go to sleep at night, it helps us to recognize the certain spiritual messages. When we go to sleep at night, we dream more, we dream a lot, but we dream not just any dreams, but we tend to dream like a lot of psychic dreams, lots of omens we see, lots of little animals we see, and suddenly we feel connected to animals and to things around us, to the actual energy around us. It's absolutely brilliant, and it helps us to connect to the energy of the universe, to connect to the universe, and it helps us to actually recognize the things around us that can mean so much to us. Sometimes there's just so much going on around us. There are lots of answers around us all the time, but because the clouding of our mind, and because of the certain things that have caused us actually not to be able to ground properly, sometimes we just miss these particular things, but they're so important, because they're literally life-changing. But most of the time they're literally around us, the answers. And this is what Tiger's Eye pendant crystal also does. It helps you a lot to actually recognize these particular very important messages, because what it doesn't only, as I already mentioned, help with the grounding, and it helps you actually, it enhances sharp thinking and memory, indeed. So this is why this is all connected: sharp thinking, memory, our spirituality, dreaming, our omens, and lots of answers and lots of messages. This is absolutely brilliant. You know, it's just all about basically getting our balance back, and it's all about feeling it again, feeling our life again, feeling completely grounded, and just having that sharpness and the clarity of mind, clarity of thoughts, which is just on another hand has got such an amazing impact on us. It literally helps us to open our eyes towards the new directions in our life. And you know, this is absolutely brilliant, because this is very significant, especially for those times when we feel a little bit stuck, for those times when we feel also like a little bit stuck. It's also basically what it does to us. It makes us to actually feel like we're really tired. And on the other hand, you see, we kind of tend to do things, people tend to do things, and people tend to do them really well, but it's just that feeling, you know, after like about 7 or 8 hours of work, let's say, you see, normally you would be able to do so much, but like when you're not protected, when you're not grounded, when your energy levels are not as good as they should be because of the grounding and things like that, you see, it does have an impact on us. So our productivity and the way we are productive, it's not like to the actual 100%. I mean, some signs are really absolutely brilliant when it comes to that, and when it comes to like a working even after like 3 days of not sleeping, like for example, some signs like a Sagittarius are absolutely brilliant. They just go along, just go for it without any distraction whatsoever. But then on another hand, some people and some other signs are basically having difficulties, and it's not as easy. I'm not saying that they can't do exactly the same thing, but it's just that after like, let's say 7 or 8 hours of work, you see, you would rather have lots of more energy and to get on with your life and do other things that you want to do, not just like feeling completely like a drained and things like that. It's just exactly how it should be. And this is what not grounding, that when we are not grounded properly, you see, this is what it actually happens. We lose our balance, and then we lose our energy, and then when we lose our energy, it has a direct impact on us and on our energy levels in general. And this is why I think this is absolutely brilliant crystal to have, absolutely brilliant stone to have, because not only general just to wear it, but every single time when you feel like you need a little bit of protection, just wear it. Every single time when you need a little bit of like a power when it comes to like a work, like a confidence and things like that. If you have like a big interview, or if you have like a big meetings, you know, if you have you know, if you need to talk to somebody really important, especially when it comes to your work, or just when it comes to like talking to someone important in general, you know, just wear this, because it has got such a wise power that you don't even have to think much, you know, you just let yourself go with this wonderful energy. And that this beautiful power that Tiger's Eye have, it's basically, it just helps you to connect to your subconscious mind in such a way that you don't even realize, but it's very powerful, it's very strong, and it's very significant indeed. And you just, sometimes you don't even have to think too much, you say the right things, you do the right things, you honestly just go for the right things, you see. And that's why this is absolutely wonderful, because our subconscious mind is really wonderful, and as more as we are connected to our subconscious mind, our third psychic eye is even more enhanced. And once these things are just floating through, once these things are so enhanced with this powerful energy, you know, it can take us places in this life. Beautiful things are going to happen because we have got the ability to use our full potential. So it's not only for the protection against evil eye, which is ever so significant, of course, but is this amazing connection that this crystal have, is this amazing power this crystal have to actually help us to connect to our subconscious mind and our third psychic eye. And then on another hand, does just open so many new doors to us, and life just starts becoming very interesting indeed. I highly suggest to get a Tiger's Eye crystal pendant, and also of course you can get this on my website, and I charge every single crystal that I sell, and every single pendant that I sell, and every single bracelet that I sell, and crystals in general, I'll charge with my own power, and I charge with my own energy, I charge in my own way. So by the time you get this beautiful pendant, it is going to be charged with my energy, and it is going to be charged with my power. So in order to get my pendant, this comes with like a sterling silver setting, and it comes with a sterling silver chain as well. The link is in the description below, and I highly suggest to wear this every single time before you have something important, or every single time when you need a little bit of protection or a little bit of confidence boost. Thank you ever so much for watching my video. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.